He said, be not a busybody in other people's matters. Yeah, you step up and you stand up for what's right and righteous causes. But in reality, a Christian is a busybody in our Father's matters. You got to understand, it's got to be about Christ. You see, he talked about women. They come idle, come going house to house, saying things they are talebearers. They start telling, just talking. What that mean? You're not ministering to nobody. All you doing is running from house to house getting information. Using your fact that you're a Christian to spread more and more gossip. And we all fall victim to it. That's why I say you got to be careful. Why do you think it's in the Word? Because there's a lot of Christians, supposedly, followers of Christ, that all they do is gossip. They ain't praying for nobody. They ain't doing nothing. They're going from house to house telling stuff. But like, I don't know why Christ ain't healing nobody. That's all you're doing is being nosy. You're a talebearer. That's all you're doing. You ain't praying for nothing. You're just a nosy woman or man. That's all you're doing. House to house. Think you're using the Lord's name in vain. Walking from house to house, door to door. I ain't ministering nothing. Oh, you thought the disciples went to house just to sit there and eat a good meal? No, they went to house to save souls. Not to use people. Not to use their cloak of righteousness to take advantage of folks. Paul said, I ain't defrauded no man. I work with my hands. I ain't defrauded no man. You understand? You ain't using the church for the people to cook you a good meal every Sunday. Preachers. Yeah, the servant is worthy of his meat, but the servant ain't a user. Well, now, if defrauded your people, oh, you pay attention. There's a lot of defrauding preachers out there that use their position, not just preachers, people in ministry, they're like stars. Now, I love when the Bible say wandering stars they are. It's weird that the Bible used the word wandering stars, and that's what we love to call popular people, stars. You know, a star can walk into a McDonald's and not pay a damn. So-and-so here. It's on us. Poor person, get your dirty self out of here. Wow. This person got enough to buy everybody in McDonald's a meal. And you get them a free one. This world we live in is so retarded and so messed up. Get thousands of dollar purses for showing up at the Emmy Awards. And they already super rich. I'm going to tell you something Steve Harvey said. And I don't know what he meant by it, but it kind of touched me some kind of way. Monique has been blacklisted from Netflix. She's wanted a certain amount of money to do a show. She was like, the men get paid this much, I get paid this much. Well, let's put it this way. People are greedy. Well, just because the man getting paid, take what you got and be humble. But anyway, it was all about that. And she was like, Steve Harvey, you didn't stand up for me. You didn't stand up for me. And Steve Harvey was like, I got to make money for my family. I can't spend time fighting for you. You understand? He said, the best thing you can do for the poor is not be one. And I don't know how to take that. What do you mean? Don't be one. That mean you're helping them? Or I don't know. Finish the sentence. But it's weird. Shortly after he said that in his mouth, those words came out of his mouth, something started happening to him. He started losing job after job after job. What? I wonder who's doing that. Fired from here, fired from there, fired from there. He said he humbles the rich. He got his ways. You understand? Having a farm regardless, And now he gave a story that Joel Osteen told him, and I'm going to tell it again. He said Joel Osteen told a story about a man that died and went to heaven. And when he was in heaven, he was going by different doors. Then he passed by a door with his name on it. And when he was in heaven, this makes absolutely no sense, but when he was in heaven, he was like, what's that door about with my name on it? So the angel opened the door. And like, this was all the gifts that was waiting for you. Material stuff. This is all the stuff that's supposed to be yours. That sounds like a great story, don't it? But if you make it to heaven, you just had the greatest gifts. It's like God telling you, you make it to heaven, hey man, you could have had an Xbox 360. But you just made it to heaven. They're going to study it? What I could have had? I just made it to the best place on earth. No God is going to show me what I missed out in the world when I made it to heaven. That makes no sense. Sounds like a great story, but it's straight stupid. You know why? Because trying to tell you, God got so much material stuff around here for you. You just missing out on it. When my word says seek first heavenly things and everything all else I asked to me, I ain't studying none of that. He said, what's the use of gaining the world and losing your soul at the same time? You see, a lot of people, they turned the grace of God to lasciviousness, to materialism. And the grace of God is not about materialism. It's about forgiveness. It's about healing. It's about making it to that place that everybody ain't gonna make it to. The world has turned it to upside down. That's why I said the devil walks about as a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. And in this world we live in, the deceitfulness of riches are devouring many, making them unfruitful. You ever be on Facebook sometime? You got a few people that understand what blessed means, but a lot of them don't really understand it. I'm in Hawaii. I'm so blessed. All testimonies seem to include material gain. I'm trying to see a testimony where, you know, I was healed, or somebody was healed. Because, you know, you can't show that. You can't show it. But you can show a new car. Look, I'm so blessed. Look at this house. I'm so blessed. I ain't got COVID-19. I'm so blessed. I can see. I'm so blessed. I got ears. I'm so blessed. How about that? How about my next door neighbor was healed? I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed. I told you, people, God ain't called me to be a preacher like the world. He called me to do something different. He called you out to be different. I don't care what people say. I'm going to tell the truth to the day I die. I'm not in there for likes. If you like me or not, better learn to love Jesus. You know, I was watching a video the other day talking about Solomon and how rich he was, and the 15 things that Solomon was famous for. But the first line of it was, you know, all other religions recognize Solomon as a famous character, and that just lets you know that God is a universal God. He don't see how we sees. So I was like, that's the first thing she said. And then further on, she was like, Solomon lost favor when he didn't worship God and started worshiping other gods. Ain't that contradictory, woman? You might well shut up, because you just contradicted yourself. God doesn't see like we see. You just don't see how God sees. If that was okay, why would he get upset with Solomon for worshiping other gods? That was the dumbest thing I ever seen. I hope a lot of people caught it, but I caught it. But how did I catch it? Because I studied. And I know his story. And I know how God was upset with him for worshiping other gods. So if God was upset with him for worshiping other gods, how in the world could he be okay with other people that's missing Solomon that worship other gods? People, y'all better be careful out here. What I said, the devil walks about as a roaring lion seeking human to devour. And then I was reading yesterday in Ecclesiastes, a man among 1 of 1,000, I found a man that can put 1 and 1 together to get the answer. But a woman, I find none. And then here this woman goes that couldn't put those two numbers together. I'm like, I'm sure you prepped this video because you sat back and prepped it. And you chopped it and screwed it up. And you still didn't catch that flaw. What the world is wrong with you? You might think I'm a fool. Because that's what the world wants you to think. That it's free for you to worship other gods just because they recognize Jesus walked the earth. But they don't recognize Jesus was the Son of God. You better be careful out here, boy. But be careful out here, girl. Jesus is the only way. I don't care what nobody says. This is the Bible God gave me and told me to study and told me to put all the rest of them down. So guess what? This is the one I'm going to spread. I don't care if just because you worship other God don't mean I hate you. I don't hate you. I don't hate nobody. I'm following God as a God of love. But the way God looks at love is way different from most of the world does. I wonder why. I wonder why the majority of the world looks at God's love differently. I don't understand what love is. They think love is pleasing everyone. Well, people, wake up and smell the roses. Eyes to see anyone. Everybody's not going to make it. And stop trying to play Jesus. Have a blessed day.